Is that great? No. So if we think, oh, let's have all freedom of choice, and then our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren suffer, that is fucking immoral and stupid. So no, I don't, it's like, we have to honestly think past ourselves. I think, in my personal opinion, America has become too individualistic. It is understandable and okay to be a bit selfish. I don't mind that. But we became too selfish, too narcissistic. This fucking word, right, narcissistic, was not around 50, 60, 70 years ago, right? Only around in the, last 10, 20 years? Because we become so selfish, it is insane. We become so individualistic, it is to a dangerous degree. So this is why women can't be leaders. Now, I'm not saying women shouldn't have some form of, position of power, someone in the Senate, someone that, but to lead everyone, as in a president, this is why. This is stupid. This is why a lot of women, you could have some power, but you need balance and checks.
Example. You guys are familiar with Jordan Peterson, Bill C-16. He was super worried about, are you guys familiar with this? So I don't have to summarize it. You guys are familiar with this? Great, okay.
Yeah, he lost that, didn't he?
He did, but one of his arguments for why he's doing it is he was saying this might lead to some sort of authoritarian control on free speech. And a whole bunch of people, especially on my side, were like, you're so stupid. The issue is that it is very likely that his advocacy against C-16 is part of what informed Congress's interpretation of that bill to make it less authoritarian. I don't have an issue with you guys saying women should be more cautious. Women aren't being very smart. I don't have an issue with that. That's free speech. And that is some of the things that will probably offset the degradation of society that you're maybe worried about if I agree with your worldview. What I care about is taking away rights. That's it. That's my hard line. Don't take away the rights.
Once again, let me answer the question. If the system you have described leads to the end of humanity, was it a good system?
I would have to believe you that the American project will lead to the end of society. I just don't think it will.
The question is, let's try this again.
Sure.
If a system of open and free choice would ultimately lead to the end of civilization, human death and extinction, is it a good system?
Nope. But I don't think that that's the system that we have.
So at what point in the current trends would it get bad enough for you to believe we are on track for civilizational collapse? Could it be like fertility at 0.3 or?
This is the thing where even if civilization doesn't collapse, I think if our metrics are worse than ever, because you can look at this, okay?